A good blooper sometime when you fell or something.
Sorry. Alright guys, nice to see you. Really quick, just going to pass some stuff out. A little worksheet for us today. We're going to start off with that. We're going to be talking about cut time.
Cut time.
You guys worked with that before?
Yeah.
Alright, well today then it's going to be more of a review, but hopefully. Did I give you two, Jen?
No.
Someone else too?
You like kind of gave her two, but then you took one from it and gave me one.
There's one somewhere. Oh, there it is. There it is. Everyone have a pencil? Alright, so we're going to start off with cut time. So this is kind of the traditional way of looking at time signatures. We know that the bottom note shows you how many beats are going to be in the measure, and then the top note of the time signature will show you tells you what kind of note. The top note shows you how many beats are in the measure, and then the bottom note shows you what kind of note will be getting those beats. But today I want to introduce another way. It's called whole note is supreme. So whole note is supreme. So with that, you want to think that the bottom number of a time signature. So in this case, we've got cut time, which is also 2/2. Shows you how many counts the whole note will get. So then 2 beats will go into the whole note. So that means 2 half notes will equal that 1 whole note, which are also like the 2 beats of the measure. And then the value of the notes of all the other notes is based on their relationship with the whole note. So if we think about whole note is supreme, then if a whole note equaled like 20 beats, how much would a half note equal?
10.
Yeah, 10. And then how much would
Well, I just wanted to why is there this cut time if you can just do before?
Sometimes pieces go much faster, and it's much easier for a conductor, for example, to conduct in cut time or 2/2 rather than like waving their arms frantically. Does that make sense? So it just kind of like puts a little bit more work on the players. So that's just kind of why it exists, sort of. But to go on, so if our whole note was 20, half note equals 10, how much would our quarter note equal?
5.
Yeah, there you go. So it's just a matter of dividing that out. So then in cut time, if our whole note equals 2 beats, how much would our half note equal?
2.
Well, if our whole note's 2, how much is our half note?
1.
Yep, alright. And how much would our quarter note be?
A half.
Yeah, it'd be half the beat, right? Okay. Also on your sheet, you've got a little rhythm tree, and that's just to show you where, kind of like how the rhythms kind of divide out some more. And I'm gonna have you guys fill out just the bottom part of that sheet. You'll have like 3 minutes or so. But the bottom half, the exercise is that in case it's confusing, what I want you guys to do is, with all the notes that you have down there, I want you to count them all up and figure out how many beats, how many measures of 2/2 could you have. So if 2 beats, or also what looks like 4, right, if one whole note equals a complete measure of 2/2, that's one measure. So there's one measure right there. So then we have the 2 quarter notes plus a half note. That's another. That's like another. Those also add up to a whole note. So that's another measure that we have.
Well, that's just like 4 4.
Yeah, but it looks like, yeah, exactly. So then we've got the 2 quarter notes and a half note. That's our next measure of 4 beats. And then at the end we've got the 4/8 notes. And so how many measures of, in this case, how many measures of cut time do we have? So in this case, how many measures of cut time do we have, guys?
4.
Yeah, okay, so now that's, just apply the same thing.
Wait, so in cut time, the whole note gets 2 beats instead of 1?
Yep, instead of 4 beats, yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you're subdividing a little bit more. So if you guys can take like 2 minutes to fill out the bottom half of that worksheet for me, please. Shouldn't take you too long. Just yeah. Well, just all 5 of or all 3 of those. If it broke here, let me do another one. But yeah, all 5 of those blanks would be awesome. There you go. As far as it's like yeah. The measures look like they could be in 4/4, but we're counting them differently. So just really think about that when you're answering the second question as to what note actually gets the beat. Anyone have any questions or anything here?
Nope.
On this one, it's like,
What's that?
sorry. So, it can't be like
That one's a little bit trickier because it doesn't look like it gets divided directly into measures. It's just I would count up how many beats you have altogether, and then see how many notes you have altogether, and then see what you can break down from that. That one is written a little bit differently, but you guys can finish up in the next like 20 seconds, and we can move on. It's not like a test, so don't worry about being graded. It's just kind of. What's that? Yeah, and put your names on it, because I'll take them in a second. So. You're good to go. Thank you. Thank you.
oh.
Thank you.
I didn't put my name on.
Oh, can you do that, please?
I put my name on it.
Awesome. Can everyone look at exercise 2.21? Sorry, 2.12. Manhattan Beach.
Oh, this is
Oh, I'll collect those at the end, but. All right, everyone's got 2.12 up, page 11 for us. Manhattan Beach. So what do we realize about Manhattan Beach right away? There you go. So now we can apply it to this piece we're going to do right now. So let's just play through it one time. Remember that the half note gets the beat. So we're only going to have 2 beats per measure. So it's like reading. The way I like to think about it, it's like reading 4/4, but like everything is twice as is subdivided twice as short. Does that make sense? Sort of like. It's like the half note's like the quarter note.
Divided by 2.
Yeah, exactly. The quarter notes are like eighth notes in 4/4, but you only get 2 beats per measure. But it just looks easier to read that way. Okay? All right, let's try Manhattan Beach. Now we have a pickup, so I'll give you 3 beats, and then we'll be on the pickup. Okay? Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Here, let me clarify a little bit.
No, this is not that. It's not this. No.
Because we only have half the measure there. We have 3,
Yeah,
4.
but it's not funny.
But with cut time it'll be 1, 2, 1, bum, 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 bum. Does that make sense? There's only 2 beats per measure.
But,
Is there any? How can I clarify, Kevin? Is there? Do you?
well,
Do you
no, you're just.
Okay, we'll just try it again. Okay. Here, once again, and 1. We can slow it down too. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Jenny.
What happened to everyone else? Good job, Jenny. Kind of fizzled out.
Is this? Oh, we meant with the F sharp.
Yeah. Make sure we do have an F sharp. We're just gonna keep going through the whole piece, but I just want to introduce like this idea to you. We talked about breath support a while ago, so I want you guys to think that we're sitting up nice and straight. We're taking nice deep breaths. We're not breathing with our shoulders. You want to take a breath from like your diaphragm. Yeah, you don't need to have your shoulders raised, and then you also want to have smooth air on the way out. Guys up here, okay? Can everyone this time? Sorry, one last thing. What other markings do we see in the piece?
Accents and ties.
Okay. There's one specifically that relates. What's that? Breath marks. Yep. All right. Now what I want you guys to do is really try and go after the breath marks this time. Okay. So make sure you guys are sustaining your entire phrase, and you're not breathing until you get to the breath mark. Does that make sense? All right. Let's try it one more time from the beginning. We'll do it at tempo because you guys you won't have to hold the notes out as well. Cool. Does everyone get it? Ellie, you can join us. Ready? Here we go. And play it. Ready? 1, 2, 1. I would like everyone to try and get that breath mark after that first one we have in the fifth measure. Can we all try that? Just go through that first phrase up until that breath mark. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Nice. Just to clarify, F sharp is going to be our.
I know it is.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to do it.
Yeah. Just make sure we've got our back leg, our thumb, and then our first finger on our left hand. Okay. Let's go through the whole first line, but let's all take that breath in the fifth measure. Everyone get it? Here, let's try it one more time. Probably got time for a little bit more. Here we go. 1. Sorry. Clear at the ready. And 1, 2, breath marks. It is rather awkward, but I just want you guys to try and go for it for the sake of the exercise. Do we have time to run it one more time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, Kyle, you mentioned other types of markings. What other markings do you see in the?
Ties and accents.
Okay, so you've been going after the ties. Can we try and strive for the accents this time? Really try. What does accent mean?
Like, it's not louder than all the others, it just has more force.
Here, let's all listen. Ellie, what was it?
It's not like louder, it just has more force.
I like to think that it's like you're stressing the note. You're not like blatting it and making it loud for no reason, but you're just kind of like putting emphasis on the note. Cool? Alright, so now let's think about our breathing, and let's think about our accents this time. And let's go all the way to the end. And let's all join Jenny on the second line this time. Okay? Here we go. And accents and breathing. Really try and go for that full breath. 1, 2, 1. Let's just do the last 4 measures slower, because that seemed like the problem. That looked like the problem spot. Let's look at the last 4 measures. Starting on our got the G, D, G. Ready? And that's up. 1 and 2 and 3. Sorry, I'll give you 2. 2 measures of cut time. 1, 2, 1, 2. Try it again. F sharps still sound kind of funky. Let's try it. 1, 2, 1, 2. One last time. Really go after the accents, and that's all we'll do. Okay? Here we go. Really go after the accents. 1, 2, 1, 2.
It's okay.